Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk highlighters, drugstore highlighters and high-end highlighters, because some of these highlighters are getting better and better at the drugstore for affordable prices, whereas people are still spending the coin on the higher end. And I get it, it could be the name or the brand or something you love. Nothing's wrong with that. Everybody should have a good couple of high-end products in their makeup stash, kit, collection, whatever, however you want to say it. But I am going to give to you guys the best that I have tested so far, and I am going to let you guys know the prices. I'm going to do a swatch. So we all know there is hundreds of highlighters on the market, and I'm probably not mentioning all of them because my collection is pretty huge, but I narrowed it down to my top 5. Okay, so 5 drugstore, 5 high-end. I'm going to start off with the high-end products first. So first up, we have the Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow Highlighter Powder. And this is what it looks like. This retails for $48. Okay, so I'm gonna do highest price to least price. So we're gonna start off with the most expensive. Okay, so this formula is very unique, you guys. I feel like this bronze glow color, here is a swatch. I feel like this bronze glow highlighter is suitable for a variation of skin tones. It does not leave a cast. It looks gorgeous on my complexion, but it also looks gorgeous on a deeper complexion. So as this is more universal to me, I don't know, it's something about the tone, but it's so universal to me. So this is a staple. The formula is, it's not powdery, it's very light, it's very thin, but it also can be amped up with some spray. So if you use like the primer water, you can spray it on your brush and apply it, and you can intensify it, or you can just leave it like this. And like I say, it's very, very sheen. It's not glittery at all. It's the most expensive highlighter that I own, but it's worth it because I don't use it all the time. I only use it on like special occasions, but bomb. Like I say, not too flashy, but also it gets the job done. Next up, I have a favorite of mine, which is the Stila. This is the Heaven Hues highlighter in the shade Brilliance. Now, the formula for the Bobbi Brown one is pretty much consistent through the shades, because I know sometimes shades can vary with formula. And I will mention that too with these highlighters. But as far as Bobbi Brown and the Stila Heaven Hues highlighter, and this is in the shade Brilliance, kitten and also bronze is beautiful. They work on my skin as well. I do own them, but this is the one I will be showing you guys, and this is Brilliant. This formula is, it's so, like when you're swirling your finger in the pan, it feels like butter. I mean, it's a little bit lighter than butter actually, and it's so beautiful. Look at that. I mean, it just looks like a liquid. It looks like a liquid, and it's not. Watch of it. Where we at? It looks like a liquid. It feels very, very smooth. One thing I really love about this highlighter is it's not powdery. It's almost like the ColourPop, how they have that creamy feel to them. When you swirl your brush in the pan, they don't flake everywhere. You don't get powder everywhere. It's not messy. That's what I love about this. It's just, like I say, it's very cushiony. As you can see, it does leave a print when you smash your finger. But when you dip your brush into it, it applies so beautiful. It almost looks like it melts into your skin, and it just gives off the most glow from within highlight. This retail for $32. So it's not that expensive, but it's up there. It's not like the Bobbi Brown one, but it's up there. The next highlight that I want to speak about is from OFRA Cosmetics. Now, this retails for $32. They did change up their packaging, but the formula and the shades are still the same. This is Blissful. Now, this highlighter, it's light. It feels a little bit, a tad bit more creamier than the Bobbi Brown one, but it's a light formula. It's powdery. It's a powder formula. It's not a cream like the Stila one. But the intensity of this highlighter is probably the most intense one that I'm going to show you. Here's a swatch. So as you can see, that highlighter is not to mess around with. It is beaming. You can see this highlighter from a mile away. If you are going for a natural look, or you're wearing minimal makeup, I would not suggest you use this highlighter because it's pretty out there, unless you just like a natural beat with a beam and highlight. I'm just saying, like, if that's what you're going for, this is the highlighter for you. This is probably the most intense high-end highlighter that I do have, and it's beautiful. I also wanted to swatch for you guys Glow Goes, and this is Glow Goes. I am going to swatch that underneath. Their formulas are pretty much consistent, even in variety of shades, so that's one thing I also like about them, and that is Glow Goes. So as you can see, pretty intense for 30, what's that? Oh, this retail for $24.50. So these are pretty intense for $24.50. I mean, I would definitely purchase them if you're looking for a gleam from Mars, okay? I would definitely purchase OFRA. By far bomb. Last but not least, for the high-end category, I'm gonna mention Becca, and this is their Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter in the shade Opal. And this is what it looks like. This retails for $22. Now these prices do kind of vary depending on if you're shopping at Ulta, Target, or Sephora, and they probably vary about $1 or $2 here or there. This retails for $22. And this is probably the most powdery one that I've shown you. And it's not too powdery. It just, you can feel the texture is not as airy, or it's not as light or creamy as the other formula that I showed you. But this is also a beautiful highlight as well. This one is almost as intense as the OFRA ones, but I think it's the formula that makes the OFRA ones really, really pop, because it looks like they're probably all neck and neck, but when applied onto the face, the OFRA ones are just really, really in your face. Now that we got the high end out the way, let me show y'all these drugstores, okay? And I'm gonna do them on this hand, because I'm gonna go like this and like this, so y'all can see that the drugstore is coming for next, okay? So I'm gonna start off with the most expensive to the least expensive when it comes to the highlighters, but I will pinpoint which ones are my favorite, or you know, which ones is kind of like you pulling for more. Let's get started. The Pixi highlighter retails for $18, and this one is the Delicate Dew. When I say this is like melted metal in a pan, I tend to go for both shades, but this one right here on this side is my most favorite. The formula is just so amazing for $18. I mean, you kind of reaching more so up there in high end, but this is sold in Target, so I would kind of consider this like a drugstore highlighter. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. This is also another highlighter that does not get messy in the pan. Look how much I've dug in it, and it doesn't get the pan messy. Look at how foiled that look at that swatch. Oh my goodness. It's just, this is the Pixi highlighter. Now look at that. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. I don't know if you don't know this by now, but this is my favorite highlighter from the drugstore. I know, because there's another one that's running neck and neck with this, and I'm gonna mention it, and y'all gonna be like, yeah, that's mine. I got that one, or I heard, and I know. But this highlighter right here, oh, it's worth every cent, because I feel like this should be high end. And the fact that the drugstore is offering this, I don't need to say no more. The L'Oreal Crushed Foil highlighter in this shade Rose Quartz. This highlighter, I think people are sleeping on this highlighter, because I haven't heard nobody talking about it. They did come out with 2 of them. Now, I don't feel like the formula for this one was consistent. And this is the Gilded Gold one. They had two. Now let me just go ahead and hold them up. So on this side, this is the Gilded Gold, and this one is Rose Quartz. Now Gilded Gold looks like I mean, this is the most foiled highlighter I've ever seen in a pan. And like I say, the formulas are not consistent. Same highlighter, you know, crushed foil, but formula wise, I'm gonna show you what I mean by it's not consistent. So when you swatch the Gilded, where we at? When you swatch Gilded Gold, look at that. That is the most foiled highlighter. And I'm like, okay, how that's gonna look on the face? I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch it right here for you guys. Now, it's beautiful. The formula is beautiful. A little glittery to me. You know, and I don't care too much for glitter highlighters with glitter. I don't care too much for highlighters with glitter in them. I like them. I know Anastasia makes some that have a little glitter in it, and like their little glow kit. I like that kit, but I don't pull for it often because I don't like, I know glitters can sometimes emphasize texture, and I like mine to look like a glow from within, a little bit more like liquid gold, you know, like just melted into the skin. I don't get that from this. Matter of fact, the swatch is like, some of it is kind of balled up, and it just, like I say, look, when you share it out, it looks glittery. Not to say that it's not a pretty highlighter, it doesn't look good. I would just rather use this more so on the eyelids, like with a little spray, and put it on the brush. Boom. I would rather use this for the eyes. So this is not highlighter material for me. It's too chunky, it's a little too glittery, but it's so bomb. Like, just looking at it in the pan, you like, oh my gosh, that's just gonna look like the freaking Milky Way galaxy. Like, you about to be just. But I lost hope until I seen how Rose Quartz swatched, and never judge a highlighter by its pan, because I was like, that's too light for me. That ain't gonna work. That's just not gonna work. So when I swatched that next to it, honey, I prefer the Rose Quartz one. You can't really see it on that side, so let's just go ahead and take a swatch. This one is really, really buttery. Really, really buttery. That is the highlighter. And swatch next to the Pixi one. Beautiful. Now, as you can see, Pixi gleaming. Pixi still standing strong. That's why she up there at the top. She is standing strong. But this one is nonetheless beautiful. Now, let's move right along, because I'm going to show you one that outdo L'Oreal, but like they all neck and neck, but this one's outdo L'Oreal, and it's cheaper. So, y'all ready? The Maybelline Master Chrome and Gilded Honey Boo retails for $9.99. Now, I did look at Target, and Target was $7.49. So like I say, they're $1 or $2 off depending on where you shop, but nonetheless. Oh my, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, would you look at that? You got under? Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Get from behind
look at that.
You can't do it.
Oh, look at this. Look at that.
Yeah,
look at this.
Oh my gosh. Really? Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Okay, this highlighter is so beautiful. And so it just gleams, honey. But you know what? Like I say, it's not better than my Pixi, because Pixi reminds me of liquid melted, okay? Like you using the London drops or something. That this right here is just okay. But this highlighter this Maybelline highlighter is so beautiful on the skin. I've seen a lot of skin tones use it, and it just works. It's universal. So I would definitely pick the Maybelline one over the L'Oreal one. Plus the L'Oreal one is a little bit more expensive, but if you have a brand preference or you just want to try it out, it's just as good. Don't get me wrong, the formulas are both similar. They're very, very buttery, So once you swatch them, you're gonna feel, if you were to close your eyes and take a swatch of both, you wouldn't tell the difference. You would think you're swatching from the same pan, but when you look at it, you can see that Maybelline is way more intense. I also wanted to mention the Master Chrome in Molten Gold is probably by far the best one they had to offer. I don't know what it is, but the other ones, like they have a bronze one, and kind of like a pink one. The pink one kind of seemed a little bit glittery to me. The bronze one seemed a little dull, and they didn't shine as good as these for some odd reason. So I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, the only one that I recommend is Molten Gold, so I didn't find consistency in all the shades. This one, by far, the best one. I wanted to mention Jcat Beauty and their highlighter in Twilight. So pretty. I haven't used it as much, but nonetheless, it's a pretty highlighter. All their formulas is not consistent to me. And I just think shade ranges vary, because this one probably stood out to me the most within all their other colors. They have a pink one, they have a one that looks a little white, but it comes off like a yellow gold. And they're good highlighters nonetheless, but this is the top one right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a swatch. This is powdery. This feel kind of reminds me of the Opal, and this retailed for $8.99. So here is the swatch on my finger. Looks really pretty, and here it is right here. So as you can see, it's not that intense, but it gives off a really pretty glow, and it's not glittery. You still see that Pixi and that Master Chrome standing out, but nonetheless, really pretty. Makeup Obsession Mega Dynasty highlighter. I found consistency in this. I do love the Mega Dynasty shade. They have another shade. I can't find it, but it's a little bit more lighter than this. Just a pinch. The next shade light from this. But for my skin tone, honey, this don't look like much in the pan. But it's gleaming though. But when you swatch this, you're like, okay. We're working with something. And then you come here and swatch it. Beautiful. I would say this will be my third runner up from the Master Chrome and the Pixi. I will go definitely with Makeup Obsession. Actually, Makeup Obsession, because of the price range, for it to be $4.99, I think they neck and neck with the Maybelline. I just love the feel of the Maybelline, because the Maybelline it's really buttery. So when you swatch it, it's smooth, and you can feel this one is a little bit more powdery, but nonetheless, it's not glittery. And the shine is bomb. So I mentioned 5 high-ends, and I mentioned 5 affordable highlighters. I do want to throw in Essence Pure Nude Sunlighter. This is just because if you are not into a very intense highlight, because I know all of these highlighters can be a little intense. If you're into just a natural glow, I will go light on the highlighters, but also with the price range of this being at $4.49, they also have another one. This is like I say, this is the Sunlighter one. This is the Sunlighter one, and then the other one is just Pure Nude highlighter. So let me show you both of them, because the formulas is consistent. This is the Sunlighter, and this is the one that's a little lighter. This is just a tad bit too light for me. It comes off, give me a small cast. I can still use it though, especially in the winter time. But as far as the Sunlighter one go, I'm gonna swatch it right here. So it's just the most beautiful, you could barely see it. If anything, it just gives off a beautiful sheen and a beautiful glow to the skin. You can use it without no makeup. You can use it with minimal makeup. It's just if you literally just want to look like you're glowing from within, and it's just natural, and you can't really distinguish if it's a highlighter or not, that's the best way to go. So just throwing that in there. I don't really put that in a number category because I barely reach for it. I do like my highlights to show, but when you're on your natural tip, I recommend that highlighter. So now that we swatched them all, we talked about all the highlighters, I'm just gonna go ahead and go high end. Okay, drugstore. I'm sorry, but the drugstore coming for y'all next. Especially in them highlighters. They coming. Clutch your wallets, okay? Because if you're anything like me, I spend money on makeup. I actually had to stop and wait until the new year because I got so much that I want to show y'all. I have so much makeup that I ain't going to use it all. I'm not going to use all of it. So, yes, if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more videos like this or you just want to comment, I would like to know if you guys own any of these highlighters. What did you think? Leave it in the comment box. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, you guys.